Hello, once again. This is the second lesson. Now, in the last one, we talked about the different intervals, and we did from root, minor second, second to minor third to third. So, based on that lesson, what will this interval be? So, this is a minor third interval. Now, it is a minor third interval, but it does not mean that we'll be able to know the solfa until we know the home key. For example, now I cannot know if this is do or is it la do or is it mi so. It is the home key that will determine the solfa. This is very important. It is also the home key that will determine the number. Remember that the number and the solfa are the same. If I say mi, it means 3. That is all. If I say so, it means 5. So number and the solfa are just the same thing. It's just that, okay, you can either call it this or you call it the other one. So as it is, I know that this is a minor third interval. But in terms of their numbers, I cannot tell what number they are until I know where my root is. That is very important. But I can tell what their interval is. And I'm using the interval using this as the root to say, okay, based on this place, so the distance between this E and this particular G is a minor third. Yes. So let's move on to today's continuation because we stopped at third. So in music, from third to fourth, there is no note in between. As you can see, there's no black note in between. You know, from the beginning, we had root. That's we're using key C as our home now, all right? Then we have minor second, then we now have second, then we now have minor third, then we have third. There's nothing like minor fourth before fourth. It is just from third, you go to fourth like that. But you can see that between fourth and fifth, we have a minor 5, which is called diminished fifth. Then between 5 and 6 here, we also have this black one, which is called augmented fifth. All right, then after sixth, which is this guy, this is our sixth, we now have our 7 here. But remember, before the 7, we have this dominant seventh. It is called dominant seventh. And there is a reason why C is the best example because C has everything white. And if we follow the white notes, it will just give us the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, meaning that it's going to give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 7, 1, or whatever. Because the way key C is structured is that the black notes are already there to be avoided. So that's if we want to count our 1, 2, 3. The black notes are there to be avoided. So even a child can know that, okay, this should be our re, this mi, this, without touching the black. So, la, so that's do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Then if another octave were to be there, we'll now start another do again and all of that. But it is only the key of C, only this key that gives you that luxury that you can just run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 without touching any black note. The moment you are in key D, it is going to be impossible. You can't say do, re, mi, fa, so, la, the way you are doing in key C. No, 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 no. And that's the mistake many beginners, children make. They think that because in key C we have do, re, mi, fa, so, la, ti, and then do if the octave is there. They thought that that is how it's supposed to be. Maybe if I'm now in key E will be do, re. No, 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 no. It can't be like that. The reason is because the principle works that in key C, everything is designed to fit that structure. So let's do a revision based on the intervals again. If we're using key C as example, C is our root, is our home key. It is our do. Now, the next interval is your minor second. It is D, and that's the minor second. Then the next is the second, and that is our re. The next is the minor third, and that is our mo. The next is the third, and that is our mi. Then the next is the fourth, and it is called perfect fourth, which is our fa. Then we have fi. This is our fi. It is our diminished fifth. Then we now have five. Now this is perfect fifth. After that, we now have augmented five, meaning that it is a sharp five. We sharpen the five. That's augmented fifth. La is our major sixth. That's just what it is, and that is it. It is La, nothing else. Then after that, this is our T, of course. But before T, we have the dominant seventh. Then the T itself is called major seventh. So this T is major seventh interval. Now, this place is very delicate because anytime you say seventh, people will definitely think you're talking about the dominant seventh. For you to make this one distinctive, you have to call it major seventh. That's the only way people will know that you are referring to T. This particular one is TAW, TAW. So as you can see, we have just these 12 notes, and that is it. Everything is around these 12 notes. So it's good that you master these intervals. Let it just become like ABC, that as you just see it, you know all of the intervals. For example, if this is our do, you know that this is Z, this is to, this is mo, this is la, this is fi, this is mi. All right. So now remember that these intervals and all of these things that I named is based on key C being my root. So what you should practice is the intervals do, di, re, mo, mi, fa, fi, so, zi, la, to, ti, do, and also practice it with the numbers 1, -2, 2, -3, 3, 4, -5, 5, sharp 5, 6, dominant seventh, then major seventh. Then start from up, down again. Do, ti, to, la, zi, so, fi, fa, mi, mo, re, di, do. You need to understand this concept based on their hierarchy. You should be able to imagine them, knowing where they are in your mind. So that if I say mi, mo, you know what it is. If I say la, zi, you have already known their structure and their hierarchy in terms of their numbers. And then associate each one with their number. Because if I say fi, what number is fi? You should be able to know by instinct. For those who are registered, I'm going to give you different exercises and quiz so that it becomes part of you.